Good morning, good morning, good morning. Be sure to check out the Dead by Daylight official shop. I don't get paid to say that, so they're lucky I'm letting you all see it. But anyway, I'm back. I'm up. For now. What time did I see you guys? 10, 11 o'clock? I've been asleep ever since. Another bowl of chicken soup, another cup of tea, and another cup of something fizzy. Trying to decide if I'm going to take some more medication. I want to be a druggie, but I might. Now here comes the aching pains. Got up out of bed. My abdomen and my sides were hurting. Now my lower back is slightly hurting. Anybody know me? I hate being sick. A little stuffy. I got a dry cough. It ain't much. Mucus. Making me nervous. Hoping it ain't fucking COVID or something. How was my day like? Shit. That's why I quit. I was doing my blood web and they did me dirty on the blood web. Some ginger tea. Chicken noodle soup and rice. Homemade stuff. Now let's get back through the blood web. He's the main character. I gotta prestige him. In my story, he's the main character. Big support, but he's cast. So he gotta get prestige. His thing said he's a teacher, his bio. Thought he was more like a detective. Alright, let's figure this shit out. Resilience. Socket swivel. Alright, Alright, now let's look at our branching paths first. See, this don't have a branch. This don't branch. Well, this branch out into this. So I can choose either direction. If I want to take the extra step, it would be here. Then coming down this way. Branch. No branch. Everything else got a branch except this one. So that tells me I should get that first. What's that? Shroud. Start off the trial as far as possible from the killer. Which makes sense. He's a support character. He's not in the action. He comes up with the clues. Like, oh my gosh, these guys should know. Or he get called in for help. Let's see. Toolbox. We'll put you over there. Med kit. Give me the broken key. Blueprints. Give me that. start here. This again has no branch. This has no branch. Give me that. He's a drunk. He's a has-been. No branch. No branch. Both are medical things. Nah. Supernatural. Damn. Definitely wanted that saboteur. After I finish this, I'm going to down some medicine. I'm trying to determine if I should. You know, I don't want to be doped up. Because if I go to sleep now, I'll probably back up at like 10, 11. Leaving me up all night. They all branched to something interesting. Give me that. That saboteur will make it. I could use that. That's what actually one of my favorite. Don't really care for the flashlight. Son of a mystery box. God damn. I almost pooped my pants just now. Yeah, I'm blowing out that snot just now. I was pooping my pants. What'd I do with that bag? Yeah, no better. Be like, all that tissue. Somebody has a problem. Never seen that before. That dark skin. Why they look so similar? I literally been asleep all fucking day. Woke up. It was dark outside. I'm like, what year is it? Can't finish the food. Key is not to get stabbed or hacked into pieces. With a little bit of luck. Might not get caught. Running away helps with all of that shit. Run, bitch, run! Nah. So, what I just got from that, you got two choices. This right here, this medkit, medical survival, helping out. This right here is more of an action based. I am the hero. Everything's based around action. Gun, the extra bullets, all of that shit. Moment of glory. And over here is navigator, something like that. Service, yeah. I want to say this goes back into the all of this right here, this side, helping. How much help? I would guess. Depends on what you grab. But all of this over here is action based. Starting here. Action, action. Right, he's not the hero. Okay, the flashlight comes in from Gremlins. If anybody's seen Gremlins, you understand. It's a Warner Brothers movie. It has these little creatures that's terrorizing everybody and shit. But they couldn't use guns to keep their PG rating. You know, the only reason it's not G for general audience is because it's a horror movie. So, the only way to light their ass up, because you can't light their ass up with guns in the movie, is to literally light them up with light. That's why Gremlins were harmed to light. Light took place of the gun. And that's why the flashlight takes place of the gun. In order to keep a certain rating. Medkit, surgical stuff. Saboteur. Look at that. Stays in the shadows. Helping out. All of this looks more like stealthy. He's a teacher. Blow this bitch up. Let's blow this popsicle stand. What do you get when you mix this with this? Something for that ass. Oh. Got a bad feeling about this. attachments to our shits. Technician. I think I can take Palms Berry. Palm Spirits with the animals. Shut the fuck up. See, look at that bullshit. That's the reason I quit the first time. I'm thinking about if I should take some medicine now and wait an hour or so, because I don't got no more Dayquil. Everything NyQuil. Shit gonna make me. Thank you, Lord, for my teammates at work. Thank you for allowing me to have the ability to call off today. Thank you for my health. Because even though I'm sick, I'm not horrible. You know? Fucking Freddy. So question, y'all. Do y'all think this 3-eye Atlas is legit? Or you think they're trying to set us up for a War of the Worlds thing? Like there's some truth, but it's not all truth. Like there might be a comet gonna fly past, and they're using it as a way to scare the shit out of people. War of the Worlds did just re-release, and there was a televised broadcast so real people thought it was true. Or is that they cried wolf one too many times and now we don't believe? Well, we should. Because that's all, you can always take that with a grain of salt. Cry wolf one too many times, we don't believe now. Now when there's a wolf, no, it is an option. Oh my Lord. I'm blowing my nose and then cough up some mucus. Like, what the fuck? No. So I always take the shit, you know, I take it with a grain of salt, like it could be fake. No, I always take it with, might not be fake. If you've seen the night sky, a diamond night sky, like endless diamond sky, you'll understand. Some people never seen that. So it seemed like bullshit. I've seen an endless diamond sky. And looking at that shit, ain't no way we alone. Ain't no way. 90% of every star, you know, every light we see in the sky is a star. Every star is a potential sun. Every potential sun has planets orbiting around them. Every orbit of planets around the sun has the potential for life. Not only as we know it, but as we don't fucking know it. I mean, me over there then. Endless diamond sky, like Aladdin spoke of. That'll change your whole perspective. Ain't no fucking way. Space bomb. Could be. Starship Trooper style. How they sent those space bombs, the bugs was blasting those space bombs and destroyed a whole city. Death Star? I don't know. Maybe. It could be us. How many civilizations Earth had that disappeared nobody knows of? Probably could have went to space. 1 second, Freddy. Shit! So many different civilizations that disappeared, they all went to space. I don't know where that. I don't know. Fuck. I'm just glad it's not fucking up my chest, coughing and shit. When that mucus on your chest and you coughing in it, that motherfucker hurt. Oh, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, that's the one reason I'm not all about getting rid of nukes as a planet. Because I'm all like, we can send nukes into space. As every country that has nukes, we can all agree to send nukes to outer space, into a black hole, to be destroyed, into the sun. But what if the aliens are waiting for us to get rid of our nukes? No, for world peace, like, we can't send our nukes away off the planet as a group effort. I'm so hot but so cold. Oh. You know, we can send our nukes off planet as a group. First, we need to put one with all his perks. Deliverance. And we're going to use this. So that'll be our first one. Then I'll figure out after. It's an option for world peace. Again, guns aren't the problem. It's the user. The user is the problem. But the problem with any substance is that just about sometimes anybody can get their hands on a substance. Know what I mean? Cough medicine isn't bad, right? Abusive cough medicine is bad, but cough medicine is a substance that could be found and used by anybody. You know? There's things like that that make it bad. Same thing with guns. Like, they're not made for nothing but killing, agreed. They were made to kill lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. The user turned it on each other. Just like cars are made for driving. How many videos we see angry bitches try to run over their boyfriend, shit like that? Like, I don't think that's how that car was made to be used, man. It's the user. Like, I don't think that's how it was made to be used, man. So, personally, I don't think the civilians should be able to use guns. They should be able to own guns. Civilians shouldn't be able to own guns. Until we reach a point in society where we're in a gun-free state. You know, once we reach a point in society where we're in a gun-free state, then I don't think peace officers or police officers should use guns. We all know somebody that acts tough because they got a gun. Like you was a bitch-made ass nigga until you got a gun. You know? So, like, guns aren't the problem. I believe we should get rid of guns. Like, you shouldn't be able to own a gun. The average person should be able to own a gun. One of the things they're going to say is, pro-gun nut people. What if our country goes to war and we need to protect ourselves? Join the military then, bitch. You're not quick to join the military, you're quick to buy a gun. You ain't never joined the military a day in your life. And if you use that as an excuse and you ain't never been in the military, you're just talking shit. Because you don't care about being on the front lines to protect this fucking country. You get what I'm saying? So, my solution to that, because that is, again, I have that problem too. I watched Gundam Wing Endless Waltz as a kid. It's one of my favorite movies. I love the Gundam Wing series. And Gundam Wing proposes the thought of a weaponless society, a society without the Gundams. The moment they got rid of their Gundams and decided to send them into the sun to destroy them, a new opposing power arose. So, I think about that often. You know, is there powers waiting to take over just because you don't have weapons? So, my suggestion to that would be, we get rid of, you can't own guns, but we have more shooting ranges throughout cities. So people are capable of using guns. They know how to handle weapons properly. You just can't buy one and take it home. The same shooting range and gunshot. Shit. They double as military outposts during times of war in order to get civilians armed, in order to make our military numbers strong. Just we can't own guns. We can't legally, we can't take guns home. We can't own guns. But to be like, hey, everybody should have the option to be able to know how to use a gun in case there are times of war. We have more gun stores and shooting. We have more shooting ranges. We turn gun stores into shooting ranges. You just can't take it home. So that way we don't look weak, but we don't fit the stereotype of Western culture. When I say Western culture, I'm not just talking about countries in the West, but I'm talking about actual Westerns. Everybody's a gunslinging cowboy. Because that's the image the world have of us. And if that's the image the world have of us, everybody in America has a gun. The baby wake up, grab his pacifier and his gun. Then everybody else is going to want to take arms up against us. Just to be like, we need to defend ourselves against them because they stay strapped. So now they like, we need to stay strapped. And we like, we need to stay strapped because they stay strapped. Now everybody got guns killing each other off for no fucking reason. So to reform how we use guns. Like if you already own one and it's registered and everything, fine. We're not gonna, it's not like we're gonna beat down your door and say, give us your gun. No. You had it pre-law. That's fine. Re-register with the state so that you have, so that it's documented, you know, that you're pre-law, pre-new law. So you got that stamp of approval, you know? But once the law takes into effect, no more guns. You can't buy guns to take home. It's already illegal to sell guns, you know, third person. Because everyone got to be registered. You know, make those laws stiffer, make them stronger, so that those that already have don't. You know? Yep, the penalty for selling a gun under the new law, death sentence. Anybody caught with an unregistered gun, death sentence. Off with his head. Off with her head. Off with their head. Knock up. You're not doing that shit no more. In order to keep, you know, you probably even registered as an heirloom to have it passed down. But from a certain day forward, no new guns are being sold. Not that they aren't being made, not that you can't use them, because you got to be ready in case of war, which I do believe. So we just have more gun shops, more shooting ranges. So people can know how to use it, because that's always been a fear of society, no matter what society. They like, a society of scholars have no one to take action, but a society where the brawn rule has no mind, you know, we're dumb. So how do you have a balance of both? You still got to be able to have the firepower. People got to be educated and aware, so you're not raised in no sissy-ass, punk-ass country. But just because you're not raised in a sissy-ass, punk-ass country, don't mean that we got to be bullies out there. Oh, look at my new 6-shooter. Yeehaw! Bow, 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 bow. So in order to be a dignified country, we can still have the knowledge of using these weapons, being thorough on using these weapons, but no one can own one. Or we don't look weak. We just look like we're actually trying to keep the peace, which we are. I always said our path to world peace comes from outer space. Personally, if you ask me, the way it's looking, it comes from a apocalyptic standing. And Call of Duty kind of gave up hope in humanity a bit when it comes to that. Like, how can a video game make you think that? Okay, here's what I mean. Hear me out. So, humanity, our next evolution to come together as a team comes from a apocalyptic, cataclysmic, how you say it? Something big. And it's going to come from, it may come from outer space. The reason I say that is until humans have to come together as a people, as a species, we're always going to be fighting against each other. Aliens will be one of those things that bring us together. Giant kaijus like Godzilla will be one of those things that bring us together, because we're no longer top of the food chain, like nothing can beat us. So we have to come together and unify in order for the species survival. Call of Duty again, go back to Godzilla versus Kong. Like, you got Godzilla and Kong on the map. Why are we running around shooting each other? You didn't have to shoot each other. You could try to get Godzilla and Kong to fight each other. But people spent more time fighting each other than I haven't seen a video where Godzilla and Kong actually collided. Because people couldn't come together to fight the giant monsters. Put the guns down on shooting each other. For 2 seconds. 2 giant monsters running around on this fucking map. And that's why Call of Duty kind of made me like, Because people were running around shooting each other. I lost faith in humanity. You got Godzilla and Kong on the map. And the goal, they tell you, the goal is to get them to redirect their attention to each other. That was the goal, for them to redirect their attention to each other. I never seen the stream. I never even seen it pop up on any news feed algorithm where they actually got Godzilla and Kong to fight each other to even determine a winner. Get what I'm saying? For all I know, during that event, that could have been a special secret. After you got them to fight each other, Mechagodzilla shows up. Because now humans are in the fight. And it's stuff like that that made me believe that even a big worldly event like that might not even fucking help. Because it takes a coordinated attack between 2 groups of people. The red and the blue. I don't know, Call of Duty always separates you into factions. It takes coordinated attacks from both factions in order to make that happen. But neither faction could coordinate with each other. They couldn't even coordinate their own faction. And that's why I say the thing for human peace comes from outer space. For world peace comes from outer space. Something where we all have to come together. Ain't no if, and, buts, and maybes. It's like, shit. You see that shit. I see that shit. They see that shit. Nigga, we all see this shit. The only way to combat that shit is for all of us to fucking work together. Sit there and be in denial about it is fucking assholery. So it's all, tough. So, you gotta take things with a grain of salt sometimes. Even though they're video games, these video games are still simulation. It's still number crunching with real world data from different users. It's still simulations, it's still number crunching. How many people are willing to stay on task and stay focused to fight Godzilla and Kong? How many people can grasp the bigger concept? Things like that. Like personally, would it be easier for you to join the military if they said all future wars will be fought in video games? You don't have to worry about dying to fight in war. You're like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. And then you're like, wait a minute. If we lose this giant video game of Call of Duty, the other country get to join us? How would you, the other country wins and rule over us? How would you feel about that?